lang, no? Dito naman tayo sa yung interview ni Karen Davila kay Mike Defensor. Walang politika, walang script by Defensor. So panoorin natin 'to.
Okay, because what got very confusing as everybody watched that press conference, number one is the 18 ex-Marines actually they hit on everybody at it was
Correct.
nobody understood anymore what was the point of the expose, right? So you had from former Speaker Martin Romualdez to Laila De Lima to now during Duterte's time to Speaker Lord Alan Velasco to Representative Jervy Luistro. So ang tanong ngayon, teka lang, sino ba talaga? Anong punto nito? So,
No,
Mike,
Karen.
what is the point? What is the point?
Yeah. I think, Karen, that is precisely the point. The Marines have no malice in coming out with what they're saying. Number one, I heard the report that when Boying Rimulya came out, sabi niya, panahon niya ni Lord Velasco, panahon niya ni President Duterte, and I'm happy that he admitted the truth to the deliveries. I think that's the main point. As to whether it would hit Lord Velasco, as to whether it would hit the others, I cannot anymore determine that. Ang problema, Karen, many people would call me and say, bakit ako nadamay dyan? Bakit ako nasama dyan? Inosente ang sinabi ng mga sundalo. They were talking about what they witnessed.
Tama.
They're talking about what they see. And Karen, if you recall, ang unang sinasabi ng gobyerno, and up to now, that is the narrative of the government, Saldico is the mastermind of the corruption in the Philippines. Siya yung nagnakaw, siya yung head ng flood control scandal, siya yung gumawa ng pera sa basura. Siya yung pinuno o mastermind ng lahat ng to. And ito ngayon yung mga tao niya. Yung mga tao niya are saying, we delivered to this person, we saw and we witnessed this person getting money. And I think that's precisely the point. Walang politika to, walang narrative, walang script. They are talking about what they saw. As to how the ombudsman will now determine ano ba yan, saan ba yan galing. Ang problema ka rin, sinasabi ko sabi nila Saldico yung boss. Pero nung nagsalita yung mga tao na mga kasama niya na nagdi-deliver ng pera, all of a sudden di-discredit. So I don't anymore know, para bang ang nangyayari ngayon, yung Pilipino, yung sambayan na nakikinig, nanonood, parang, tao sila ni Saldi, and yet you do not want to investigate them. And yet you do not want to accept what they are saying. Ayaw nyo mang imbestigahan sa Blue Ribbon Committee, ginugulo na kayo ng NBI, tapos wala pa magkaso para ng abogado yung ombudsman at NBI doon sa posisyon na pinipresenta ng mga sundalo.
Nga yung masama dyan no? Tanginang yun, wala pa nga, hindi pa nga napapatunayan kung nagsisinungaling itong 18 Marines, pero para sa kanila, nagsisinungaling na. Diba? Yun, doon na, katulad niyan, medyo naano ako dun sa sinabi niya ni Congressman Toby Chanco na baka makontem sila. Bakit? Sinasabi mo agad na makontem, ang pagkakaalam ko, pag nagsisinungaling ka, doon ka makokontem. So, kung lahat ng sinasabi ng 18 Marines, hindi mo rin masyadong hindi mo pag-aaralan, nasa utak mo nagsisinungaling sila, antimano, contempt talaga sila agad. Sinabi rin yan ni Ping Lacson, di ba? Hindi daw magkakasya sa Senado kapag na-contempt daw tong 18 Marines. Sabi ko, So, ibig sabihin, wala na talagang dapat gawing hearing kasi para sa inyo, sinungaling silang lahat. Nakakabobo lang, no?
Now, kasi in any investigation or in any expose, as we've seen through the years, it has to be focused, it's intended, there has to be a target and a conclusion that at least a result of a specific investigation. With the expose of the 18 ex-Marines, now it seems, who do we really want investigated? If I were to ask you now, who should the government investigate, considering that they've alleged that there are so many government officials who allegedly received money, and not all of them are exactly in the flood control scandal. You get me? Kumbaga, hindi na siya pinpointed into one specific crime.
Yeah, well, because I think precisely, Karen, what happened in Congress was that they manipulated the budget, inaayos na yung budget, and organized, no, from the program allocation to the determination of each district, kung ano man yung nangyari dyan sa budget. Tapos may mga delivery. Now, I agree with you, maaaring yung iba dito is not really exactly from flood control scandals. I do not know where it's coming from. But that has to be determined by the Ombudsman and the NBI. Now, if I may talk about focusing on the issues. Number one, there is now an ongoing impeachment case. Si Congresswoman Luistro is included in the list of those given money, including some members of the House Justice Committee. I think it's only fair na tingnan to mga taong to. Because di ba, while it is not yet the court, kahit yung fiscal o yung prosecutor, you can ask for a change of a prosecutor. Because alam mong tainted, because alam mong may nangyari na in the past, and they were given money to do or to act on a certain agenda, like impeaching the Vice President, which is happening now again. Pangalawa, ano ba yung delivery dito na sinasabing malalaki? Number one is the ICC. They have to look into that if they are really serious about the ICC question, because it's a major part of the affidavit submitted by the soldiers. Number two, yung delivery.
Number three na. Number three,
sorry.
Oh,
Yung delivery kay Speaker Martin Romualdez. Because they are already saying that almost 3 times a week for almost two years and 8 months, they were delivering 3 times a week to the houses of Speaker Martin Romualdez. They were delivering to Aguado, to Forbes, at dun sa mga lugar identified as the houses of Speaker Romualdez, including the townhomes. Tapos nandyan si Bongbong Marcos.
Tama.
Nandyan si Sandro Marcos.
Lisa.
So ito yung mga critical names that were mentioned in the affidavit, including sila Jojo Cadiz na part of that investigation. If they are really serious about what they want to achieve.
Kaya nga pinapasinungalingan ng iba yan kasi nandyan yung mga bossing. No, si Ping Lacson ayaw iimbitahan niyang 18 Marines. Sa totoo lang, nagkaroon nga tayo ng Blue Ribbon Committee na pinakawalang kwenta na nangyari sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. Utangin lang yan.
In the supposed corruption that's happening in the country. Kasi ito yung malalaking pangalan. And ang sinasabi nila, bakit isang buo? Pag tinignan mo yung affidavit, sinasabi naman na ako kasama si ganito, si ganyan, only about 3 or 4 of them, kami nag-deliver kay ganito. Ako naman, kasama si ganito, kami nag-deliver kay ganito. And you know, Karen, if the ombudsman, really wants to establish yung corruption about this, the crime, or the NBI would like to establish the crime, kahit naman sulat lang they can do a motu proprio investigation and look at the allegations. Tingnan nila talaga yung krimen. Pangalawa, very critical yung sinasabi ni Saldico. Kasi ang hirap nung sinasabi nila na, kunyari, sinabi, mga sundalo, wala naman sinabing crime. Totoo. Delivery ng pera ang sinabi ng sundalo. Pero kung sinasabi niyo si Saldico yung head ng crime, siya yung mastermind, then we have to put it together. It may not happen now, Karen. I do not know if we can achieve this now. But I'm very, very sure that in the future, we will be able to establish the truth and the evidence, the facts about the corruption that we are seeing now in the country. First time, the massive organized corruption na nakikita natin sa ating bansa.
Ngayon masakit pa dyan no? Putay na. Itinuturo nilang si Saldico daw yung mastermind. Pero yung mga kasamahan ni Saldico, etong katulad itong 18 Marines na nagdala nga ng mali-malitang pera sa mga opisyal ng gobyerno, ayaw nilang paniwalaan. Pero si Saldico daw ang mastermind. Samantalang, 2 ulit pa nangyari kay Gutesa pa. Sobrang nakakagago lang no? Ay ko, putangin na itong mga hype na to. Hindi pa kayo magkamatay. Ay,
Now, you've enumerated 3 clear points right? 3 clear points on what the heart of the affidavit is. So then you may have some observers questioning the credibility of, number one, the witnesses and the motive of the witnesses themselves, because all 3 purposes or exposés benefit the Vice President, right? Parang it benefits Vice President Sara Duterte, number 1. Luistro cannot be trusted because nabayaran din siya, hence eto pa may impeachment. Pangalawa, si Duterte nasa ICC, nabayaran allegedly si Trillanes, 'di ba? Tapos colored 'yon. So very pro Duterte ang ano doon. Then biglang pangatlo, biglang nag-anti Speaker Martin Romualdez, anti President Marcos Jr. So you do have sectors. This is why some have questioned, why aren't many mainstream organizations or news outlets carrying it? Because you do have some that feel it was engineered. It was engineered by a certain camp. Probably, let's say, some feel it's the camp of the Vice President. I'm not saying it is, Micah, but yun ang pananaw ngayon because you've enumerated 3.
Pananaw ngayon ng alin? Namin? Ng netizen? O pananaw nyo ng mga media na nakatanggap din ng mali-malitang pera? Kaninong pananaw? Paki-explain naman ng maayos, Miss Karen.
They're all politically inclined. It is not targeted to one. 'Di ba? Paano ang tanong nila, paano napasok si Trillanes doon? Paano napasok ito doon? Ano ba 'yun? Ano ba ang talagang expose nila?
Alam mo, Karen, hindi ako magtataka na yun ang sasabihin ng mga sundalo. Because in the first place, yung organization ni President Bongbong Marcos, in terms of the resources, was handled by Saldico and Speaker Martin Romualdez. Sila yung main resource, pinanggagalingan ng pondo ng mga operation nila. Ano pang ginawa nilang operation? Di ba ang unang lang ginawang operation was the impeachment of Sara Duterte. So therefore, namimigay sila ng pera sa mga kaalyado nila. The second was to arrest President Rodrigo Duterte and bring him to The Hague. May ICC investigation. And yun din yung nakita ng mga sundalo. Yun din ang binibigyan na ng pera. You ask Saldico now, I've spoken to Saldico. Sasabihin naman niya sa iyo eh. Talagang namigay sila ng pera. Yes, I have.
You've spoken to Saldico recently?
I've spoken to Saldico, if you recall, before the impeachment of BBM. Yung hindi tinanggap. I
Okay.
spoke to him about it. And I was
Alright.
talking to him.
And I'm
that, you know,
curious, I mean, did he call you? You called him? Because where is he exactly?
I'm not sure where he is. Pero kasi may conduit siya eh. Na meron kaming pinag-usapan at that time. And sinasabi ko sa kanya, I need him.
Na din kasi si Saldico no? Biglang nawala din no? Hindi ko rin alam dito kay Saldico Biglang nawala na, di mo malaman. Di mo malaman kung natakot ba, kung buhay pa ba, kung patay na ba. Buisit din Lalabas-labas tas hindi tinapos.
Come out in the impeachment hearings. Wala siyang sasabing iba, but what came out in the video recordings that he came out with, yung mga kanyang sinasabi, yun lang naman yung itatanong. And, kasi up to now, Karen, hindi pa official yung mga yun. Hindi pa yun napunta sa public records natin because ay tanggapin nga ng Blue Ribbon Committee. And hindi naman niya to napanauthorize as of now. So anyway, going back to my point,
Yeah. So, okay.
paano magkakaroon ng, paano hindi nila pag-iisipan, yun naman talaga yung operation nila. Di ba, pagka nagkaroon ng, I would think, may iba dyan, eleksyon. So bibigyan nila yung mga kasamahan nila. Pagka nagkakaroon ng break, tinatanong ko, sabi ko dun sa mga sundalo, bakit ba may binibigyan kayo sa townhomes ni Martin Romualdez? So hindi ho namin alam. Basta papasok doon yung mga congressmen, dalawa daw yung units. And from what I know before, isa lang ang unit ni Speaker Martin. Sabi ko, kanya na rin pala yung kabila. Yes, sir. Pag pumasok yung congressman, dala yung envelope na dala nila, lalabas dala din. And then si Speaker Martin, tatawagin sila. O kumuha pa kayo ulit ng 10. Kumuha pa kayo ulit ng 20. So,
Grabe, no?
all these things na sinasabi nila, bakit walang motivation ng mga sundalo? Hindi naman sila kumite. In fact, delikado sila ngayon. di ba? Naiimbestigahan sila ng NBI. Merong mga cases na final sa kanila. Kasama din ako.
Delikado pa yung buhay ng pamilya nila. Di rin biro pinagdadaanan nito 18 Marines na to.
Senator Trillanes and kay Secretary Anyo. Why would they or why would we be pursuing all this? If not, gusto nito mga taong to, malaman ng taong bayan yung katotohanan sa delivery ng pera. Delikado sila ngayon, yung kanilang pamilya, may tatlo doon, pinuntahan pa yung mga bahay nila, tinatanong kung
Grabe,
nasaan
no?
sila. Yung immediate family nila, of course, natago na nila because we want to avoid what happened to Gutesa. So, this is the first time na may nagsasalita and ang appeal ko lang sa authorities, particularly the Blue Ribbon Committee, is pakinggan sila. Kung gusto nilang Senado, sasabihin ng Senado, ng Kongreso, hindi totoo yun, harapin nila. And
Tama.
I can guarantee you, Karen, they are willing to tell the story and confront those they saw, given money.
O yan naman pala napaka dali naman pala gawin sa totoo. Nahaharap naman talaga, walang ang 18 Marines. Pero ang isa sa mga pinagtatakahan natin, bakit iwas na iwas ang Senate Blue Ribbon Committee at ang Congress dito sa 18 Marines na to? Bakit kaya hindi kaya baka nasabihan na ni Bossing na wag niyong pansinin. Wag niyong bigyan ng pagkakataon na makapagsalita yung 18 Marines na yan. Kasi baka dyan tayo magka-leche-leche. So, yon mga banateros, mga kabiyaya. Anong masasabi niyo rito sa panayam ni Mike Defensor dito sa interview ni Karen Davila at kay dito sa mga panayam ni Attorney Rowena Guanzon. So i-comment nyo lang po dyan sa baba at ating babasahin yan. At doon sa video na sinabi ni Marcos Jr. na nabuhay at namatay ulit. Hindi ko talagang makalimutan mo ito. Ay nako. I-comment nyo lang po dyan sa baba ang inyong opinion at ating babasahin yan. At syempre, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe sa ating YouTube channel. Pipindot na lang niyo po yung bell button para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga video araw-araw. So maraming salamat. Ingat po kayo palagi. God bless and peace. And bye-bye.
Kami ang boses ng masa, hindi natatakot. Katotohanan lang, di kami nalulunod. Walang bahid ng sismis, lahat ay totoo. Kahit sino ka pa, pag mali ka babanatan ka. Walang pinipiling kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta para sa bayan, kami lalaban. Pagdama palakpakan, pag mali banatan. Di matitinag, di matatakot. Para sa bayan, tuloy ang sigaw. Sa harap ng kamera, walang halong takot. Mga baluktot, lahat kayo'y tutumba. Ang hustisya at totoo, yun lang ang mahalaga. Kahit sinong harang, di kami matitinag. Walang pinipiling kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta para sa bayan, kami lalaban. Wala